Hello everybody, this is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. Guardate qua che c'ho. I have una bella scella di baccalà, a beautiful wing, baccalà wing. It's dry cod. I'm gonna cut it up for you. I have a couple more recipes I wanna do. I like to do the baccalà in the winter months because I use my deck as a refrigerator. So I leave it out for the 3 days, changing the water every day. So let's get started. I have a pot of cold water. We're gonna be rinsing it first. So what you wanna do is, here is the baccalà, and where along the, where the bone was removed, that's where you want to cut. So you cut almost all the way down, but not quite, okay? So there it goes. And you release this piece, which is going to be the side piece, and what you're left with is the cozzetto. Cozzetto is the thicker part of the cod, of the fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut pieces like this. Try to make them the same size, so like that they all soak at the same time. Okay, this piece at the end, I like to leave it whole. Okay, I'm going to rinse it a couple times and I'll be back. Okay, make sure the pot is filled with plenty of water because it needs the extra water to release the salt. 3 days, morning and night, you need to change the water. Me be back in 3 days and we'll make some delicious baccalà together. 3 long days have passed. Finally, the baccalà is ready. I changed the water morning and night for 3 days. Here it is. I'm going to remove it from this water and we'll move on to the recipe. The water is boiling. Let's add the baccalà in and boil it for about 15 minutes. We're going to be making baccalà, zeppoline di baccalà, baccalà fritters, different ways to call them. So let's get started with the ingredients with that. I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to be using 3 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon and a half of salt, some fresh parsley, 3 eggs, and I have a cup and 3/4 of milk, but I might not use it all. The reason why I did it in 3 is just in case you want to try it out, just 1 cup of flour, 1 egg, and a teaspoon of baking powder, do that. So let me, and of course, fresh cracked pepper. You could add Romano or Parmigiano, but I'm not a fan of mixing the cheese with my fish. I want the baccalà flavors to come through. The baccalà is ready. I'm going to remove it and let it drain excess water onto a paper towel. Now, do not discard your boiling water. You might need a little bit for the baccalà salad. In a larger bowl, I have the flour. Give it a little whisk. That incorporates a little air in them and it will make your zeppoles lighter. The next thing I'm going to add is the baking powder. Just go ahead and give it a good mix again. The salt also. Now, the next thing are the eggs. I'm gonna add them all 3. And if you come closer, you could see I'm just going to whisk it and let them incorporate. We're going to create a smooth dough. Slowly add the milk. So just pick up the flour along the sides of your bowl and keep stirring for a smooth paste. Don't add the milk all at once because if it's too, I mean, you could always add a little flour if you make the dough too loose, but it's better to just go gradually. I think we're accomplishing what we need. This is the consistency you want for the dough. You see this? You want it loose, but not too loose, not too thick. Take a look. We have about a quarter of a cup left, so we used about a cup and a half of the milk. Now, very important, fresh black pepper. I've tasted the baccalà. It's just right. I'm not gonna add any more salt here. A good fresh cracked pepper is a must. And of course, you always, when you're using fish, you need parsley. Parsley is a must. So I'm just gonna bunch it up in my fingers. And for the ones that follow me, you know, no need to get a cutting board out. That's not what my nonna and my mother did. Right in their hands, you just with a scissor or even a knife, and you just chop away the fresh parsley in. Let's get the small pieces of the baccalà, the thinner pieces. Just take them apart with your hands. Can you use a cutting board? Absolutely, but this works really great. Just shred them right into the batter. Okay, the baccalà is all shredded in. This is a perfect time. Get not a frying pan. It's got to be a little bit deeper, maybe a smaller pot. Fill it in with oil. I like a wok. I find it for frying is the best because the opening lets the air out and la frittura è bella croccante. Your fried food are very crispy and light and don't absorb any oil. That's just my tip, and of course that's what Antina used to tell me. Quando friggi devi usare il wok. Il wok, the wok was a wok. Anyway, let's move right over to the stove. I'm gonna mix this so it gets all well incorporated. Take a look. You see, I used about a pound of the baccalà that I shredded. So you want to make sure that every little bite of the zeppole, you have the flavor and a little piece of baccalà in it. Let's move right over to the stove. Let's get the oil at the right temperature and we'll start frying. Okay, we're ready to fry. The oil's on 350. You don't want it any higher because you want to give it time to cook through. So let's start adding them in. Small spoon, and with the help of your other spoon, just drop it in. They're going to be so light and airy and so delicious. I like this different than a yeast dough because you could really make them and eat them quickly without waiting to rise. I do make the zeppole with the acciughe, with the anchovies like they make in Calabria, and that's also on my website if you're looking for that recipe. Okay, I want you to take a look as they fry, how they turn on their own. Just quickly look. I think that one is about to turn. When it cooks one side, it just flips up. There it goes. That one just flipped. So it's even great. You don't even have to worry about turning them. Let's go ahead and remove the ones that are golden already. You don't want to overcook them. And just move them over to a cookie sheet that's lined with paper towels. Okay, the zeppole di baccalà, I'm done frying. Of course, there's some missing because, like we say in Napoletano, frien mangian, meaning frying and eating. It's almost impossible not to just pop the fried food in your mouth. So that's that, but I want to move over and show you another recipe with the larger piece of the baccalà. We're going to make a un'insalata di baccalà, a baccala salad. Very healthy, delicious, simple, and I'm going to do it with you. So I have 4 of the larger pieces of the baccalà. Remember, I kept a little bit of the water from boiling, so I'm just going to add that to the bottom of the plate because that's going to get mixed in with the oil and it's going to be all flavor. All right, now the first thing I'm going to do, I have 2 cloves of garlic. Let's slice them right on to the baccalà. Okay, here's the second clove. There it goes. Okay, I have the parsley. I'm going to keep a couple leaves to decorate, but bunch it up, cut it up. There it goes. Now, another wonderful thing that I love on my Baccalà salad is pitted olives. I have green gaeta, and I also have calamata. So I'm going to go ahead and add the olives too. Okay, we need to complete this dish with extra virgin olive oil. Okay, another thing I'm going to add is I have a little dry, I have parsley all over my hands, I'm sorry. A little dry hot chili pepper, they're very spicy. So I'm just gonna open it up and add just a little bit on top. Maybe not the whole thing because I know they're very spicy. And final touch, una bella premuta di limone. So let's get the lemon on top. Now come closer. I want you to take a look how amazing this looks. Ecco qua. How long did it take me? I did it with you a minute and a half. Let me plate everything and I'll be right back. Ecco qui, bellissimo, le zeppole di baccalà and the Baccalà salad, one wing of baccalà and two different meals. Thank you for watching. I'm not gonna taste it, I've had too many already. They're delicious. I'm gonna have some of the salad with a nice side of escarole salad. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, share my recipes with all your friends. Food is indeed love and it needs to be shared. For me, this is all about the memories. These are the things I grew up with. Be safe, let's keep cooking together. Grazie, alla prossima, arrivederci. Ciao ciao.